Hello everyone and welcome to our channel Rose and Ragh.
So Rose, what is today's topic?
Yeah, we've come up with a really interesting topic today. It's to give you a list of suggestions for the Malayalam movies that you should definitely watch out on Amazon Prime.
Absolutely.
And the reason why we've come up with this concept is, during this lockdown and because of other different things, we have many people who look out for suggestions, including us. So we constantly bug our friends and our friends bug us as well, asking for a list of movies that they should definitely cover over the weekend or the next month or so. So we thought we'll start working our way through the list that's available in Prime that we've caught up on recently that we really loved.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure you'll enjoy this list. So stay tuned, guys.
Absolutely. First of all, the reason is, even if you don't understand Malayalam like me, you can always watch with subtitles.
Yeah.
And you will definitely love
these movies. And I'm sure we've got many fans who actually love Malayalam movies, especially South Indian movies from all over the world. We've had a few comments come through as well. And I'm sure you guys will find this really helpful as well because of the English subtitles.
Absolutely.
So let's dive in straight away.
Cool. The first one, which is the driving license.
Yes.
So this is an amazing movie, how it actually unfolds. This is a simple story.
Yeah.
This is a story between a fan as well as the hero.
Yeah.
So how it actually unfolds into a different kind of
Yeah.
So I really love this particular film. They're trying to remake this film into different languages.
Yeah. And the main selling point about this movie is it's so realistic, and I'm sure many of you agree with Malayalam movies. It's so realistic. You can connect to it, or somebody who's been through a similar situation. The simple concept that it revolves around is how power can be misused. It can be in a different position, different state, whatever job you're doing or whatever it is, the little power that people have, they can tend to misuse it. And in this case, you've got a fan and a famous hero, and then how this fan kind of starts disliking him and tries to do certain things which affects this hero's life. That's the main plot. It may sound really simple, but when you look at the movie, when you actually watch the movie, the screenplay, the direction is brilliant. It's on a next level. Absolutely. There are no amazing sequences in terms of fighting or people flying and all that. There's no graphics as such, but it's so real that you'll fall in love with how real the movie is.
Yes.
And the fact that the different sequences and the screenplay is so fast that it makes it really interesting as well.
Absolutely. And coming to the next one, which is Alma.
Yeah.
Cool.
So go on. So this is again another interesting movie. The reason being, of course, we know that everyone's equipped with a smartphone these days that has camera, and not everyone knows the line to where decency is sort of drawn in terms of how to approach people, how not to just record random videos, and how to not take advantage of either of the genders. In this case, of course, it's a lady, and it's very beautifully unfolded in terms of a normal girl's life who lives in the Middle East in Dubai, who's from Kerala and who moves to Dubai, and then she meets this guy, and then it's about what happens later on, about how a person misuses a particular video, and then what happens, how does she try and get back to him. So this is the whole plot of the movie. But like we said, the simplicity of the movie is what makes it really amazing. It's not like a huge star cast or famous star cast, but the fact that they've all acted brilliantly well, and the fact that these things happen regularly on a daily basis.
Yeah, and this movie, I think it's based on the real
story as well. Yeah, like we said, because obviously everyone's equipped with a smartphone. It's kind of dangerous when people don't have the common sense to understand the minimum concept of decency, like we said. So that makes this movie really interesting. So do check out this movie as well, guys. It's Alma.
Yes. And the next one, which is the Helen.
Yeah. Helen is again another superb movie.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's about this particular college goer, and she's trying to go abroad, and she lives with her dad, and they're very closely bonded as well. Really, amazing shades of the daughter-father relationship as well. It melts your heart as well when you see that. And then she joins a part-time job so that she can accumulate funds to go abroad to study. Now, what happens? There's this little incident that happens within her work, and then unfortunately, it kind of traps her in a particular situation, and how she gets out of it. It sounds fairly straightforward, but then when you look at how every little responsibility that every person should do is kind of neglected or taken for granted, then how it can trap somebody else that's completely not related in that field, but then ends up getting trapped. So this movie is a beautiful narration of this story of this particular girl and how she comes out of this really horrible situation. So guys, definitely watch this movie. It's definitely worth your time.
I
And the
mean,
movie's
I
name
think
is Helen.
Helen, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is based on the real life story again.
Real story as well. I think that's the beauty of Malayalam movies. Most of them are somewhere based with real stories as well. And
Absolutely.
yeah.
Cool. And going to the next one, which is Nonsense.
Nonsense, yeah. The name is nonsense, but the movie is definitely
amazing.
not nonsense. It's
Yeah.
absolutely brilliant.
Yes. Yes. So first of all, I mean, when I looked at the title and the trailer, I thought, this
You
is
thought it's nonsense.
maybe a normal film, which is like kind of a nonsense. But this is an amazing movie. I mean, this is most of the people you can actually relate it to this movie, and how we actually think that people who sits in the back bench and people who don't study that much,
aren't that studious, etc. You know, they are usually labeled with a certain characteristic, especially maybe by certain teachers or certain people are not that very fond of them. But how this particular group of kids who come to rescue people in a very, very unfortunate situation, that's how the plot unfolds. But it's a beautiful movie only because it takes you back to your childhood days, guys, whether it's your high school or your college days, whatever it is. It just reminds you of how young at heart we were and how like pure at heart, you know, most of the kids are, you know, when it comes to somebody being in trouble, they don't really think about anything else except just helping the person out. That comes glaringly out. And the second thing is the little moments that you've spent with your friends, you know, when they try to make you look like an idiot in front of your teachers or just pulling your leg in different situations, all these different things. It's compiled with all these beautiful incidents within that movie as well. And I'm sure that will take you back. It's like a nostalgia. It will take you back to your school days, college days as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so don't forget that. Yeah.
Yes. And the next one, which is Anveshanam. This is again a thriller film.
Yeah.
So you...
Yeah. So this is again a story of a particular family and an unfortunate incident that happens within the family.
Yes.
And the rest of the story revolves around the point of views of different people within the family and what they think could have happened.
Yes.
And then in the end, it actually unfolds of the truth that actually happened within that household. And the whole movie is amazing because of the way the sequences are shot. You know, it's a very silent thriller. You know, there's not much of background music or any loud stunts as such, but it is all about the expressions and the emotions that people emote throughout the movie. Like we said, it's about different family members and how they see each other and what must have sort of transpired within that few hours where a certain incident has happened. I'm trying to hold back from actually revealing what the incident is. I don't want to say it because it's a really big incident that actually happens around which the whole movie revolves. But trust me, guys, you will not get bored. This is again an edge of the street thriller for you. So Anveshanam is the movie. Don't forget to catch it up.
Absolutely. And the next one, which is See You Soon.
See you soon. Yes.
This is again an amazing film.
Yeah.
Which has like a huge star cast.
Yeah.
And I mean, the movie, how it actually starts is a bit slow.
Yes.
But you will definitely, fall in love
with the
each
concept.
and every character.
Absolutely. It's about this particular group of people who are in trouble. There is a name for that as well. I don't want to reveal that because if I reveal that, that's where the whole story unfolds. Because till I think midway of the movie, you will not realize that's the plot, you know.
Yes.
So, you've got these group of girls who are in the Middle East, and then what happens with them, and it's just about how the story unfolds. I think that's about it. We shouldn't say too much about it.
No.
But again, rest assured, it's a crime thriller, and it will definitely keep you at the edge of your seats. So don't forget to watch it. See you soon.
Absolutely. And the next one, which is
the next one is again a Malayalam movie, which is Ketyol and a Malaga. So that translates into My Wife, My Angel, if you had to translate it into English. And the reason why I really, really, really love this movie is that it talks about the concept of consent between a husband and a wife, the simple concept of consent. And the reason why I think people should watch this is many people don't really grow up with understanding this concept about what consent means and how it can be different for different people. Because, especially with this particular family, you've got this guy who's born and brought up in this huge family. He's got 3 or 4 sisters, and he's got this elderly mother, and they keep convincing him to get married. And finally, he decides to get married to this beautiful girl. And then this concept of consent, how it unfolds, that is how the movie sort of runs through. The reason why I think it's really important is especially for young couples, especially for adults as well. You know, it's not like there are any other questionable scenes except one, I believe. But the maturity concept in this particular movie, like I said, consent is such a small word, but it has this huge magnanimous meaning, and that's the reason I think young couples or even people, adults should definitely watch it to understand the concept and just understand how it impacts different people differently as well.
Yes, I mean that's the whole list.
Yeah, of course. So we've come to our list of the must-watch Malayalam movies. We've not categorized it based on a particular year or as such. It's just that we've had time to catch up on a few good movies on Amazon Prime ourselves. Sure. We've been investigating, and these are the movies that we've watched and we've totally loved. And we're sure as our subscribers, you guys will love it too.
So yeah, if you're a first-time viewer, please don't forget to check out our other videos. We have travel videos, we have movie review videos, as well as we have informative videos as well. And don't forget to share, subscribe, and like and comment.
Absolutely. So please subscribe, guys, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.